When solving problems, the human mind tends to perceive life as a game of chess, with given pieces and set rules. But life is not a game of chess. There are no rules, and there are no pieces. We assume their presence based on our own past experiences and their logical extensions, and we form thinking patterns accordingly. As a result, we might exclude possible solutions that, at first glance, seem irrational. From here comes the need for a more creative way of thinking, lateral thinking. We are Group 47, and this is our project. What is lateral thinking? Lateral thinking is solving problems through an indirect and creative approach, using obscure reasoning and non-traditional ideas. It was invented by Edward de Bono in 1967. There are 7 tools to lateral thinking, and they are random entry, provocation, challenge, alternatives, focus, harvesting, and treatment of ideas. The first tool is random entry. In random entry, you have to determine an area of thinking and the goal, and then find a random stimulus, whether it be a sound, a picture, or even a word from the dictionary. Then you have to connect the area of thinking and the stimulus to reach the goal. For example, I want to improve the pediatric section in my hospital. So I had a website, create a random word, which was ace. Ace reminded me of ace of spades. Spades are like shovels. And we use shovels to play in the sand. And there is a type of sand called magical sand that once added to water can be turned into shapeable clay. This can be used by kids as a projection test so that psychiatrists in the hospital can assess their psyche. Number 2 is provocation, or thinking outside the box. We are all familiar with the phrase "think outside the box." So how do we do that? We do that by provocation because it provides new initial thinking patterns by disrupting old ones, using logic, defying sentences. For example, scrub no more. An average scrub takes about 6 to 8 minutes. It's monotonous and it takes a long time, and most doctors, I'm sure, won't want to do it. So how do we improve on this? We invent a machine that sanitizes the hand. And to make it even more efficient than scrubbing, it would sanitize the hand in only 3 minutes.
Okay, and now we will talk about the challenge, another aspect of lateral thinking. Challenge helps you break from the helps you break free from the limited ways of thinking. A challenge consists of the process of the challenge consists of 3 phases. First one is YC, asks if something can be omitted or cut. Another one is YB, if something why something in its way, because why. And YA promotes search for alternatives. The other aspect is alternating and concept extraction. Concept is basically general ideas or general ways of doing things. Every concept is put into action through specific idea. A specific idea is used to generate more concept. An example for concept is a problem. We have a flood in a river and we want to prevent this flood. The first concept is building a barrier. And the idea is building a dam. So a new concept arises, building dams that change the trains. Why other things that change the trains? So the new idea is digging a canal. The other aspect of lateral thinking is focus. Focus is to concentrate on some things that no other people look at it, which help in break through things in a simple way and through idea in a simple way. An example for focusing is putting how to improve a clinic by putting a whiteboard where people can sign their names and express themselves, or by putting a laptop for people with a free Wi-Fi access.
Harvesting and treatment of ideas are 2 methods which are quite related, with harvesting being maximizing the capturing of ideas from your creative broad thinking, and treatment of ideas, changing the starter ideas into more workable ones. We will start with harvesting. Harvesting is simply banking ideas from your brain, which may prove to be valuable in the current situation or in the future. It helps you spot and produce new ideas which can be implemented right away, as well as those ideas which can be used in the future. So it more importantly unconsciously stocks your mind with a repertoire of concepts and ideas. For example, if you are presented with a problem and you are using harvesting method, then you will have many solutions. That's because you're not only using your logical thinking, but you're using what is more crucial, your lateral thinking. Treatment of ideas, it is basically changing starter ideas into workable ones, which are more specific and more practical, and can fit in a certain situation or certain constraints. It includes changing ideas, shaping ideas, and false defects and evaluation. For example, in the pathophysiology of a certain disease, if the defect is in an enzyme, then the solution would be simply do an enzyme, synthesize it. But however, synthetic enzymes can have problems and side effects on our body. So here we use treatment of ideas in which we tailor the enzyme, so it can function in a better way. Now I would like to add that knowledge on its own is not enough to excel. However, coupled with a spice, which is creativity of lateral thinking, we can achieve great feats, not only on individual level, but also on humanity as a whole. Now, after briefly discussing the 7 methods of lateral thinking, I'm sure most of you are questioning themselves, why haven't I used lateral thinking? And is lateral thinking a talent I have or not? Fortunately, I would like to say that lateral thinking is not only a talent. It's a skill that can be learned and acquired. It empowers your natural abilities, which improves teamwork, productivity, and profit. You can actually seek help by reading this book of Edward de Bono with the title Lateral Thinking, because those who can see the invisible can surely do the impossible.